Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for stopping on and clicking on the video, because you didn't have to. There's so many places you can be, but for at least a few moments, you've decided to be here with me. So I appreciate you. I won't waste your time. I value it very much. We're going to listen to Madness. We're going to listen to the track One Better Day. This is off of their album, Keep Moving, which I hope you don't for just a little bit. Fifth studio album, released 1984. Listening to this track because it was suggested and sponsored by Knut. Knut, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you for the request as well. And I see that this had also been suggested many times by Pat Cow, Richard Draper, Wayne Costone, John Paul Filkins, AK, GP Reactions. I see you mentioned this as well. Eduardo Ferreira, and Art of Free Speech. So I appreciate you all being here, and thank you so much for the request. Always a good time to have a little bit of madness, so let's go ahead and give it a listen. We'll discuss it a little bit after. And I hope that you're having one better day than the last. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much.
Arlington House, address no fixed ever. An old man in a three-piece suit sits in the road.
Suave track this is.
Further down a photo booth, a million plastic bags, and an old woman filling out a million baggage tags. But when she gets thrown out, 3 bags at a time, she spies the old chap in the road. Surrounded by his past on a short white line, he sits while cars pass either side, takes his time, trying to remember one better day a while ago, and
That piano was so skunked.
to hear him say, walking round you sometimes, hear the sunshine beating down in time with the rhythm of your shoes.
Great piano work, I understand. I like how in this track they're able to manage this kind of half and half directory where one is they're firmly footed into what I kind of typically hear from them, and that ska kind of sound here, much more easygoing with the intonations of the singing from Suggs and the bass line, especially the piano playing, and the rhythm, obviously very rooted, right? But then they move into the chorus, which has this much more luxurious Burt Bacharach kind of sound, something reminiscent of I don't know, 50s and 60s, and the way that they move between the two is really, really nice. And I think that I think that most of that comes down to the melodies and how they're able to incorporate and transition that from the verse and going into the chorus. And I think that's, to me, most evident because of the piano playing and the singing from Suggs there as well. There's just something about it that makes this easygoing, but just as dense and inquisitive as some of their previous works that I've heard. At least from the band. So Mike Barson on the keyboards, and I think that his playing is fantastic. Some of those little piano fills are so very reminiscent of ska, reggae, and all those different genres there. Not dancehall on this one. Lee Thompson on the saxophone, it's going to be a good time, and the way that he draws it up and romanticizes the music is gorgeous. This sounds like some of the music when he comes in makes this sound like a party, a dinner party, a gala where everyone's around dressed, to the nines, and they're having their little cocktails and stuff. And then the person that everyone's been waiting for, she walks down the stairs with a stunning dress, and everyone stops what they're doing and looks up. That's the luxury that he brings into the music. It kind of is a showstopper, rather, in this track. And then you have some arrangements from David Bedford who will make an appearance here. So some of the strings come in and really are just there to lift. This isn't strings that kind of go off and perform their own melodies and synchronicity with the music, but this is something that really is just there to lift and give a little bit of a breeze beneath the wings, so to speak, of the music. But I think that this sounds really good. There's some really nice slide as well in here, whether it's slide guitar or I'm trying to see if it was lap steel, something of that nature. But you do hear the pitch being bent in here. I'm just trying to find out perhaps who that was in there. I'm assuming, I don't want to assume, maybe it's Foreman on guitar, but it could be someone else. I'm not 100% sure. But I thought that was a really nice way to kind of begin and bring us in. You hear some palpable percussion back there. And almost some vibraphone. No, that's not even almost vibraphone. You do hear vibraphone back there. I'm imagining that's perhaps someone on the string arrangements handled by David Bedford, but I do not see them necessarily credited here in this particular track. But this is a luxurious gala of a song. Now let's dive into some of the lyrics here. Arlington House, address, no fixed abode. An old man in a three-piece suit sits in the road. He stares across the water, he sees right through the low, but on and up like outstretched hands, his mumbled words, his fumbled words, mock. Further down, a photo booth, a million plastic bags, and an old woman filing out a million baggage tags. There's another L in there. But when she gets thrown out, 3 bags at a time, she spies the old chap in the road to share her bags with. She has bags of time. That's such a great line. She has nothing but time, because she doesn't have much else. Surrounded by his past on a short white line, he sits while cars pass either side, takes his time, trying to remember one better day. A while ago when people stopped to hear him say. Walking around, you sometimes hear the sunshine beating down in time with the rhythm of your shoes. Can I say I love the observational messaging and writing so far in the song, and how it really is just setting up a scene. You can already hear the heart behind it. Now she has walked enough through rainy town. She rests her bag against his and sits down. She's trying. Remember, she said she has bags of time. She's giving him a little time. She's trying to remember one better day. A while ago when people stopped to hear her say. Walking around, you sometimes hear the sunshine beating down in time with the rhythm of your shoes. The feeling of arriving when you've nothing left to lose. The feeling of everything being open, available in front of you, opportunity, chance, it's all right there. And it repeats from there. So I like how these two people who are down and out share a moment together in which they both are trying to remember one better day. And perhaps maybe they can't remember one better day in this particular moment. Maybe they are so down in the dumps. And listen, I'm sure all of us have been there in that moment where it feels like you're just going through it and you can't even think of a better day in the past. You can't even think of possibly having a better day in the future. But perhaps because of one act of human kindness, human connection, this might be that better day. And I think that that's really fantastic, this message and how it's written there. And how she took the moment. She took the effort, you know. He's sitting there, of course, and she spies the old chap in the road. Share a bag with him. The song, written by Suggs and Mark Bedford, was released as a single in the UK, spending 7 weeks in the charts, peaking at 17, and also 8 in Ireland. It was a last-minute choice, as Victoria Gardens from the same album was originally slated as the second single. The substitution was likely made to avoid releasing 2 consecutive singles with Carl Smith as lead vocalist, following the disappointing by their standards sales of Michael Caine, and widespread rumors that Suggs was about to leave or had already left the group. This was the last single on the Stiff Records label. In an interview of Daniel Rachel, Suggs said the idea of that song was when you'd hear people say, "Oh, he's seen better days." Like when you see a guy in a suit looking a bit tatty, I thought, what was that one better day? Then I had the idea that he would meet this other homeless person that happened to be a woman, and they fell in love. Between them, they could engender one better day as people who had, supposedly, seen better days. I love a concept like that and how you get that in the music and in the lyrics, obviously, but I like how reading this little tidbit, like it really does expand upon the meaning in the song. The single was for final release under Stiff Records, and the label did not want to produce a music video, so the band had to fund it themselves. I know everyone always tells me when it comes to Madness, I gotta check out the music video, and I'm not playing the whole thing on this channel because of copyright, because videos keep getting me into trouble. So you're gonna get snippets of it. I'm just telling you, but I'll pull up a little bit of it and we'll skip around a bit. He's sitting there. I love when there's a group effort. I love when you see all of them doing whatever they're doing. She's riding the escalator. There's her bags. Jeez. Okay, just dragging her out. Really? Dragging all the stuff. And looks like there's a shift to color. Look how cool they look. Oh, no, you saw that head shake? Capturing the fill. And they're making each other have a better day. You busking on the tube? And there you go as they walk off into the distance. Listen, I hope that you enjoyed it. Please let me know your thoughts, of course, in the comments down below. Before you skedaddle, if you don't mind pressing the like button, it helps a great deal. Canute, thank you so much for the request and the support. I truly appreciate that as well. Hope you are having a fantastic one out there. I will see you all later. Bye.